So maybe you're at a point where that dream home that you've owned for many years has all of a sudden become a burden. It's way too big, too many stairs, too much to clean, and just way too much maintenance. And you're just ready to be done with it. But at the same time, you don't want to give up your sense of style, comfort, or even the sense of community that you currently have. So today I just toured this brand new 55 plus community right here in Maryland that's still in its early stages of development. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to walk you through this model home, and then I'm going to show you the beautiful amenities in the neighborhood, what's coming soon to the community. And I'm also going to go over a few guidelines for this community that you definitely want to know about so you can determine if this is the right community for you. And we're getting after it right now. So where exactly are we? We're in the Maple Highlands community. It's a brand new community, 55 plus active adult, right here in Fulton, Maryland, in Howard County. So this sits right between DC and Baltimore, about a 40-minute drive from DC, about a 30-minute drive from Baltimore. We're also about 25 minutes from the BWI airport. So if you have family visiting coming in and out, or if you're someone who travels a lot, only 25 minutes from the closest airport. We're also only a 2-minute drive from Marketplace at Maple Lawn. That's where you have the major shopping center for this community, where you have a ton of amenities, grocery stores, spas, healthcare, dining, entertainment, every single amenity you could think of to make your day-to-day living as seamless as possible. So, we're not all the way in the boondocks. We still have access to everything. So let's do this. Let's tour the neighborhood first and check out all the amazing amenities that you have access to. And then we'll come back and check out this model home and also check out what's coming soon in this community. Maple Highlands is a brand new 55 plus community located in Fulton, Maryland, right in the heart of Howard County and just minutes from the popular Maple Lawn area. The location couldn't be more ideal. Not only do you get a quiet residential feel within the community, but you're also right around the corner from one of the most diverse and well-curated retail strips that I've personally seen. Just 2 minutes down the road, you've got the Marketplace at Maple Lawn, a shopping center with over 40 stores and services. And this isn't one of those plazas that only has nail salons and just carry-out spots. It's a balanced mix of everything you need for day-to-day living. So let's break it down, starting with the basics. The major grocery store here is Harris Teeter. It's got everything from fresh produce to household goods, plus a pharmacy and even a Starbucks coffee right inside. If you're looking for high quality meats, there's also a butcher's club known for their fresh cuts and specialty selections. If coffee is a part of your daily routine, you've got options. There's a Starbucks inside Harris Teeter. But if you were looking for something more local and you feel like supporting your local businesses, you can check out Decadent Coffee and Dessert Bar for sweet treats and rich brews. Or you can even try out Sadamo Coffee and Tea, which is more of an Ethiopian boutique coffee style shop. For fitness and medical services, this place is stacked. Steve Everett Fitness offers personal training and group classes. Dreyer Physical Therapy specializes in rehab and recovery for joint and muscle issues. All Care Primary and Immediate Care is great for both scheduled doctor visits and walk-in urgent care, making it very convenient for residents. The Now is a great spot to unwind and get a massage, and Fitness Studio is a boutique fitness space offering yoga, strength training, and wellness programs. And Vanguard Orthodontics rounds up the lineup, handling braces and Invisalign treatments. Now let's not forget about food, because who doesn't love food, right? There's so much variety here. You've got national chains like Chipotle and even more elevated dining like Lib's Grill for seafood and steak. You've got Looney's Pub for burgers and some of that game day energy, Sushi Tendao for fresh sushi and Japanese food, Banditos Tacos and Tequila for a fun Mexican vibe, and Hudson Coastal Grill, a neighborhood favorite for upscale yet casual seafood. On top of all that, you've got everything else you need. Hair salons, barbershops, dry cleaners, pet stores, deli shops, and even wine and spirit stores for when it's time to unwind. Like I mentioned earlier, this is hands down one of the most well-rounded retail centers in the area. It's walkable, beautifully maintained, and it's just so convenient. So now that we've seen what's nearby, let's head back to the community and take a look at the home. Okay, so this community is going to have a total of 58 homes. Now, I was speaking to one of the builders reps in the office, and she told me that out of the 58 lots, they've already sold out about 23 of those. So that's roughly around 50% of the lots being sold in about a 5-month time frame, because they've been selling these off since November of 2024. So these things are going pretty fast. And, you know, we're in such a desirable part of Maryland, Howard County, lots of greenery around, and you have a long driveway before you actually come into the first home in the community, which is going to be this one. Now, the unique thing about this community is they only went with one model, which is the Davenport model. So it's not your typical new construction community where you have 2 or 3 or 4 different models. They only went with one model. And the base price for these homes start off at $964,900. That's going to be a 2-bedroom with 2 additional flex rooms, which could, you know, be used as a den or even an additional bedroom. And it's going to have 4 bathrooms spread over 3 levels. You can opt to finish the basement, or if you don't want to finish the basement, you can leave it unfinished. But if you finish the basement, I think that's going to bump the square footage up to roughly about 4,000 square feet. So when we go inside, I'll talk about the different things that you can customize as well, besides finishing the basement. So let's go check out the home. Now, these are villa style homes. So there are 2 homes attached to each other, but it doesn't look like that on the outside. Like this just looks like one home, but it's actually 2 homes. This home has a front facing garage, and then the other home that's attached to it, it's a side entry garage. So it really gives you that aesthetic of it being one home, which I was told was done on purpose. And as we can, if you look across the street here, you can see this home is it has a different elevation compared to this one. So this one is, you know, sort of like boxy. And then that one across the street has a different elevation. It doesn't affect the interior aesthetic of the home or the layout. They just wanted some variety in, you know, the exterior aesthetics of the home. Nice long driveway. So the garage is going to be right here. Now they currently have this as a sales office. So of course that's going to be converted to a garage when the home gets sold. So nice landscaping, and I really love the aesthetic of this home. So this is the first home, and that's another home, right? So this is the one we're going to be looking at. This is our front porch right here. We've got these beautiful stone pavers. And what I love about this is when you look across the street, your neighbors are like so far away, you know, so you really get that privacy, and you have your beautiful lush green grass. So let's head into the home. So they've got luxury vinyl plank floors, and you've got this beautiful study area right here with the bookshelves, built-in bookshelves. And I think all homes come with this study area right here. So that wouldn't be like an additional cost. So they've got kitchen, dining, and living room combo. They've got the tray ceilings as well. So you've got your gas range, and you also have, you know, your double oven right here. So 2-tone cabinetry. We've got this large farmhouse sink. Over here, we've got, you know, sort of like our butler's pantry. Additional cabinet space. It's our refrigerator, and we've also got pantry. So nice large living area. This is our living room. They've got the double-sided I think she went that way. Yeah. Double-sided fireplace. So let's check out our screened-in front porch. Now, this screened-in porch is an optional feature. So the homes don't come with this built in. This is going to be around $38,000 to build. And then if you wanted it to be screened in, that's going to be an additional $11,000. All right. So we see our double-sided fireplace, and that's really nice. I can actually feel the warmth getting quite hot from that fireplace. They've got the TV outside, you know, shows you what's possible. And as we can see, we've got this beautiful view of nature. This is going to remain as it is. Nothing is going to be built back here. This is all, you know, forest conservation. We head down here. Now, this is paved off, but this is just for the model home. So if you wanted to pave this off yourself, it's something you can do. But MV Homes, they told me they don't get involved with, you know, paving this off and that kind of stuff. So when the home is built, all this is basically going to be like grass coming up. All right, so let's head back in the home and let's check out the bedrooms. So we're going to start off with the main bedroom, which is right here to the right. So we have our laundry area right here. I can see that. Linen closet. And this is the main level bedroom, right? So you have main level living in this house, which is quite frankly the point of buying a home in a 55 plus active adult communities. You know, you want that first floor living where you don't have to go up and down the steps and do all those things, right? So you've got nice walk-in closet. Again, they've got the tray ceilings in the bedroom. And don't know if you could tell, we have a lot of light coming in. So I think what the builder's rep was telling me, what they did was they intentionally had the bedrooms be on this wing of the home, so the bedrooms could get all the windows. All the windows, so all the natural light pours in, as opposed to having the bedroom on that wing of the property, because that's where the part of the property that's attached to the neighbors, right? So our bathroom, dual vanity. They've got the soft close cabinets. So our linen closet. And so a walk-in shower again. No tub, so you don't have to, you know, hop and jump and do all that stuff to shower. They've got the grab bars that you could hold on to. They've got the bench sitting area in the shower. Got 2 shower heads. You know, so if you're a little bit taller, you can utilize that. If you're not as tall, that's another option. And then we have our toilet area right here. And this is gonna have a privacy door that's gonna get built in. Another towel hanger. And then of course we've got more closet space. So, you know, if you've been living in that home, that big 4,000 square foot home for years, probably got a lot of clothes, right? So they're giving you 2 closets, 2 walk-in closets. Okay.
Now there's another bedroom on this level, which is closer to the kitchen on this side. So you really get that privacy. Huge island. And the other bedroom is on this side. So decent size, nice lush carpet. Closet. So this could be, a guest room if you had any assistants that was going to be staying with you in a home. They can utilize this bedroom, and they also have their own bathroom right here. Now this bathroom does have a tub because most likely this bedroom is not going to be the owner's suite. And then just another closet right here. And then this is going to be the two-car garage. Two-car garage, right, Amy? Two? Yeah, two-car garage. And let's check out the basement. So, okay, nice large basement. Over here we've got this wet bar. They went with the black cabinets for the basement. I really love this bar area right here. Great space for entertaining. They kept the theme of the gold faucets. They have these under lighting right under the cabinets. Okay. So you've kind of got two entertainment areas right there. You can set that up in as a media, the media section of the basement. And if you want to come over here, play some pool. Very versatile space. And then over here is just your unfinished part of the basement. Of course, your utility room where you're going to have water heater and all that good stuff. All right. Now, this basement does have a full bathroom and this den/flex room. Over here is just our HVAC. So again, this one comes with a stand-in shower. Now, of course, this basement is going to be optional. So to have the basement finished, they said that's going to cost around $70,000 to $80,000. But if you did not need a basement, you could just have this as unfinished space. But I think the basement really adds that, homey feel to the home, I'm a huge fan of basements. Okay, so yeah, this is like my favorite part of this basement right here. And of course, that door just leads you out to the backyard. And let's see what we've got behind this door. Okay, just some storage space. So let's head up to the third level because there's actually a third level. Okay. So this third level is not an additional feature. It comes with all the homes. So this is another bedroom. Got a closet right here. And they've also got the motion sensor lights installed. So you see when I walk in, the lights automatically just came on. Didn't have to flick those on. So yeah, this could be an additional bedroom. Or you could just have this as a, as some sort of a study if you didn't need the extra space. Also have full bathroom. So this will be bathroom number 4. This one comes with a tub. Linen closet. So up here, they've got 10-foot ceilings. On the main level, they've got 9-foot ceilings. So it makes the entire space look really bright and airy.
Okay, so let's talk about a few guidelines and things you probably have questions about regarding this community. And these are usually questions that I advise people ask the builders when they're buying into these new communities, whether it's 55 plus active adult or whether it's just, a brand new master plan community. So I have to walk away from the front of the community because, man, that construction, I can barely hear myself. So I walked further down and, man, it's just a beautiful sight. So much greenery around. So let me just put my shades on because this sun is killing me. First thing, let's talk about the HOA fees and the condo fees. They have a master HOA fee of about $503 and they have a condo fee of $193 per month. So the total for that is going to be $695 a month. And what's included in that? Well, the first thing, they're going to have walking trails right throughout this community. So you're going to have beautiful scenic green walking paths that you can utilize for morning/evening walks and jogs. That's the first thing. The second thing is going to be they're going to have a clubhouse, right? So the clubhouse is going to be used for any sort of socialization, game night, wine night, book clubs, etc. The clubhouse isn't built yet. And I did ask them for the people who are going to be moving in before the clubhouse is complete, if they're going to be paying full HOA fees till the clubhouse is complete. And yes, so, if you're one of the early adopters, you're going to be paying for the clubhouse, even though it's not built yet. So, I think that's an important thing to know. So that's about the only 2 amenities that are going to be available in this community. Now, this is not your typical active adult community where you're going to have just a boatload of amenities, right? Where you're going to have 2 fitness centers. This is not what that is. The only amenities are the clubhouse and the walking paths. The main focus on this community, I guess, what they wanted to spend all their time and energy on is building this product that really allows people to age gracefully with the main floor living and the great flow in the home. And one other important thing to know is this community is non-contingent. So you can't put a contract on a lot contingent on the home that you currently own being sold first. So you're going to have to sell your home first before you're able to put a contract on any of these lots. So if you wanted to buy a home here, you're basically going to have to sell that home first, get the cash, so you can be in the position to purchase the home. So seeing that they've sold about 50% of their inventory in about 5 months, I'm assuming it's going to take another 5 to 7 months before this community is completely sold out. So if you wanted to learn more about this community, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. My contact details are below in the description. We have great relationships with these builders, and you can discuss whatever incentives that they're offering. Speaking of incentives, of course, they offer, the $20,000 in closing cost assistance if you're not paying cash for the home. And I think that $20,000 in closing cost assistance is conditional upon using their in-house lenders. So if you wanted more info on that, feel free to shoot me a text, call me, email me. All my contact details are in the description below. So number 3, let's talk about pet restrictions. Fortunately, no pet restrictions. You can have as many pets as you want. There are no breed restrictions. So that's a plus as well. Now, the 4th thing, vehicle restrictions. There are no vehicle restrictions. You can have as many cars as you want, as long as they're parked in your garage or they're parked on your driveway. One of the rules here is you can't have multiple cars on the street, which most likely are going to belong to your visitors. You can't have them parked overnight. Now, they don't have any times allocated to these, like how late cars could be on the streets, but I guess they just don't want multiple cars being parked outside overnight. Now, I need to be quick with giving you this information because one of the rules of this community is anyone under the age of 55, which I am, cannot be on the premises for over 30 minutes at a time. I'm just joking. You're about to click off this video like, what? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about their guidelines regarding people under the age of 55 residing in your home and visiting you. So people under the age of 19 cannot permanently reside in the home. And this is because they don't want to overcrowd the school system. If you had children or family members who are 19 and up, they can stay in the home as long as they wanted to. Now, if they're under 19 years old, they can still be there. However, they can't stay in the house longer than 60 consecutive days. So very important to keep that in mind. Now, speaking of HOAs, I did forget to mention one thing. So roof maintenance and roof repairs are actually also included in that $695 per month. If you have any issues with your roof down the line, which is probably going to be years from now, or if your roof needed to be replaced, the HOA handles all that stuff. They handle roof repairs and maintenance, snow removal, lawn maintenance, and of course, they maintain and upkeep the entire community. Now, let's talk about warranties. The warranties you receive when you purchase, 2-year warranty on mechanicals and a 10-year builder warranty for any structural defects that, God forbid, happens with the home after purchase. And one more thing you probably need to know is construction is going to be 7 days a week. So if you're one of the early adopters who have moved in before everyone else, you might have to put up with a little construction noise 7 days a week. I mean, some communities do construction 6 days a week. I think most do 7. But, slight inconvenience for the community to build as fast as possible and fix these roads, because one of the most annoying things with these new construction sites are the roads. They're bumpy. If you're not careful, you can mess up your car. There might be nails in the ground, things like that. So I guess that's their way of speeding up the construction process to ensure they can just hurry up and pave the roads back to how they're supposed to be and, make the residents happy. So that's all I've got for you. If you think this community might be a great fit for you, this 55 plus community, feel free to reach out to me. I'll, put you in touch with the builder. Like I said, we have great relationships with them and you can get all the information you need. I should probably start doing more of these 55 plus community tours because they're building a bunch of them around Maryland and in all counties, Howard, Montgomery, Prince George's, Charles, especially Charles County, also in Frederick, Maryland. So depending on what part of Maryland you like to live, I'm pretty sure there are multiple of these 55 plus communities that are being built. So anyway, that's all I've got for you. Hope you enjoyed the tour of this new community and I'll see you in the next neighborhood.